Hey Bubble family, welcome back to the channel. Just need to get this in. For people that have said to me, do you have aircon? No, I don't. Here in the UK, I think some houses can put aircon in. You can buy these little aircon units, which some are great, some are not. And I do feel that perhaps I have to invest in one because we don't really have this level of hot weather here. And I live in the south, and we might get the odd day, which is bearable, but this has just been full on. We're now going into 30 degrees, and thankfully I live on the coast, so there is an element of breeze where I feel very, very sorry for people that live in the London or like city areas, because they're going to be getting into the 40 degrees, which is super crazy hot. So this is going to be a rant video. So there's not really any point in me doing the waffle and then, because to be fair, it's all going to be me waffling, ranting, a waffle rant. That's what this is. So by now, Bubbles, and I'm so angry by this, what I've seen, which is why I'm ranting, that I actually left my coffee downstairs. So we're going to have to pretend. So as always, if you don't know what to do by now, you should. Grab your drink of choice. And mine is coffee, but it's downstairs because I'm angry. So grab your drink of choice, whether it be tea, coffee, whether it is a glass of water with some lovely flavored ice in it, maybe, because sometimes people put flavored ice in their drinks, which I think is actually a very good idea, actually. Whether you are a whiskey or a bourbon drinker, because you might like that type of thing. I actually sometimes I would like a bourbon, rum. No, actually it's rum. I'm not bourbon. I actually am a rum girl. So actually, yeah, so maybe a rum and Coke, because like I always say, it is 5 o'clock somewhere. So grab your drink and let's dive right in. So Bubbles, I'm ranting today, ranting, to the point where I haven't even really done my makeup today. I was so angry. I mean, I was working, and then I saw this meme. It was a statement on a Facebook site. So yeah, it wasn't even a meme, actually. It was a Facebook site that put this kind of caption up. And I just looked at it and I was like, well, a lot of swear words, I think, went through my head. And I think I actually commented and said, what a crock of shite. Which is not very therapeutic, but it felt good to say this because, and I'm going to put this up here now. And, as always, let me know what you think in the comments. And I'm actually going to put, because obviously they're talking about men, but I'm going to say men or women in this statement that they've put up. So basically, and I'm putting this up here, so basically the statement is reading, if a man cheats, a man doesn't cheat if the woman, and obviously very presumptuous because obviously, men date men, but they're saying if a woman pays him enough love and attention and cares for him. I just had such a reaction to this. And I'd imagine that most of you in the comments are going to have reactions to this. What an absolute, and I'm going to say it, crock of shite. Shite. And I guess I'm swearing. Well, I'm sort of swearing because it's shite. That's my... I was literally like, ah! How damaging? How idiot? Why? I mean, maybe they put this up for a reaction. I genuinely don't know, because believe you me, I was reading the comments, they definitely did get a reaction. But how utterly, I'm so mad I can't get my words out. Because there are people that will believe this. And I know this because in my job, I have people that come to me that have gone through marital affairs or, have been, on the receiving end of their partner cheating on them, whether it be a husband, wife, boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever it is, they have been on the receiving end of that. I myself have been on the receiving end of someone cheating on me. And I can categorically tell you right here, right now, it does not matter what you do or don't do. If a person is inclined to cheat, they will cheat. Now, I appreciate there's a little bit of a grey area here, which some might agree or disagree. For example, I know that in some cases when I've spoken, obviously in my professional field, where someone is in an abusive relationship and they look elsewhere for comfort because they are potentially too terrified to leave the person because possibly not passively. It's like my concrete yesterday. Even though people have said, hot concrete. I've made a new word. It's a new word. So possibly where there are children involved, people are afraid to leave, but they're deeply unhappy. So they look elsewhere for comfort. Now, I still don't think it's right, but in that instance, I can understand it. But I don't think that they're talking about this type of person here, because the way they've depicted this is that if this person is unhappy in, their feelings are hurt because they're not getting enough love and attention, because clearly this person needs to be a parent, not a partner, that they're going to cheat. So what that then says, and again, I know this because I have people that come to me and say, it was my fault. If I hadn't have done this, if I hadn't have done that, or if I'd have, been more attentive, if I hadn't have gone out to work, if I'd have been more loving or given more sex or whatever that is, they wouldn't have cheated. Yeah, they would have done eventually, but then what's happening there is that you're then putting all the blame, and these type of comments that go out on social media are so damaging because yes, for the most part, people know that it's not their fault. But there are people that believe, and this is when gaslighting can come in. Like you will hear someone say, well, if you'd have paid me more attention, I wouldn't have cheated. If you hadn't have worked so much, I wouldn't have cheated. If you are unhappy, first and foremost, communicate with your partner. If you have needs that are not being met, communicate with your partner. I cannot stress this enough. Communication is the cornerstone to a healthy, functioning relationship. Now, obviously, there are other factors in being transparent and honest and, the respect and kindness and all of those things. But communicate if you are unhappy. Now, if you are somebody that struggles to communicate, then that is something that you would perhaps look into, because it does not work if you don't. There is nothing worse than being blindsided because you have an inability to communicate effectively with your partner. This is something that I would always suggest that you look at, because ultimately when a relationship breaks down, both parties have elements where they are at fault. Now, yes, of course, there could be one person that is far more at fault than the other, but some of it could even be like, for example, you struggle to communicate, you have that lack of confidence. Work on that. Because honestly, I cannot tell you this enough. It is the absolute biggest thing. Communication and trust. If you lose those or don't have them, it is very difficult to sustain a healthy, functioning relationship. That's not to say that people can have relationships where they just don't communicate and they just kind of coexist within that relationship. That's or you may have a relationship where there are no real issues, in which case that's fine. But if there are issues, and you are deeply unhappy because your needs are not being met, whether it be sexually, whether it be emotionally, whether it be physically, like they're not attentive enough, they don't listen, communicate those things. You know, sit down, even in the beginning, sit down regularly, even, you know, as a couple, just sit down and go, okay, you know, what's coming up lately? You know, I'm unhappy about this. What can we do about that? It's not to say that the other person has to agree with everything you're saying, but they sure as heck should listen to you and you find a compromise somewhere. So ladies, men, whoever, do not buy into this. If you are more attentive, if you are this, that, and the other, then the person will not cheat. If you are falling down in those things, if you do recognize that, yes, you are being a bit selfish, or you're just not, you're purposely holding back on some things, then of course you can work on that. But if a person is going to cheat, what they need to do is recognize that there's an issue. They sort this out before it gets to that stage. Like I say, I'm not saying there are not grey areas here, but this is what we're talking about. If you are thinking that you want to cheat, if you're having that thought process, there is a problem. Talk to your partner. Now, if your partner doesn't listen to you, doesn't want to know, then you have the option of walking away. But to say that the responsibility is on the person who is not being as attentive, it's just literally as if, you know, when a woman has a child and her attention is elsewhere, and the husband has an affair because she's devoting her time and attention to the family. What an absolute load of rubbish. You know, and this type of thing really does make me feel so angry. I really feel so angry because it could not be further from the truth. There is a lot more going on if a person decides to cheat on their partner. You can be as loving, as attentive, and do everything for that person, but they still have an affair because that's their choice. It's not about you. And that's not love. That's not love, in my opinion. If you truly love your partner, even if you're falling out of love with them, you should still care about them enough to not want to hurt them. You know, speak to them, sort it out. If it's not something that can be sorted out because you've just grown apart, you're two very different people, then the best course of action is work towards having an amicable split if you can. So at least then you can remain civil. Have that respect for the person. And like I say, I'm not saying there are not grey areas, but I just wanted to come on and really just kind of rant about this because it was that type of comment, that type of stigma, which really does create people to really blame themselves. Oh, so yeah, I just needed to kind of get that out there and say that. So yeah. Oh, honestly, sometimes the things I see on social media, I really have to bite my tongue. But this was just something that I was just like, no, I'm going to rant about this. So tonight I will be doing my usual with the wonderful Trev. So at 7 p.m. So please come and join us if you have nothing better to do and you just want to spend, you know, an hour and a half, 2 hours with us. Come and do that. Thank you to everybody who has joined up as a member. I have some new members here. I have Gillian G, Trudy Z, Spezia, what a great handle name, Iwa, and Patricia J. So these are the new members that are going up on the bubble board. As always, please email me if you would like your free hour phone call or video chat. You will also have 10% off my merch. Email me if you would like this. It is not obligatory. If you would like to join up as a member, because you will get extra special perks. I will put extra comments that are just for you. There will be, once I have enough members, I will be doing live chats with members only, where you can come on and talk to me about anything. You will get videos. There were just extra things that I will do for members only. It doesn't take away from the videos that I do here. You will always get my weekly uploads, but these are just little extra perks that you will get as a member. It is $2.99, and for the people that have asked, it is right by the subscribe button. It says join, so you can go on there and you can join up for $2.99. What else? thank you to everyone who's bought me a cup of tea. Thank you. You are supporting the channel. I have now got 7 people that I am working with for free. Now, unfortunately, until the channel grows even further, I'm not able to take on any more people because financially I just can't afford to do it. So that's why I ask, please always check your notifications, because I am seeing that only 29% of my subscribers are viewing my videos from their notifications, which means either the notification bell is not switched to all, or it's not switched on, or B, YouTube is unclicking and unsubscribing, which it seems to consistently keep doing, and I don't know why. So please always check. What's a chep? Okay, that's 2 today. That's two. So please check your subscription button to make sure that you are subscribed, because it really does help the algorithm. I had a great surge last month, which, you know, was wonderful, and I got literally 2,500 subscribers out of just nowhere. For some reason, it seems to have come to a standstill. I don't know why YouTube does this. I'm still trying to understand, but I do know that a lot of it's down to the thumbnail. It's whether it's catchy enough. So, you know, so I ask you guys, do you think my thumbnails are catchy enough? Do you think the little comment bar, you know, with the description bit, is that okay? You know, I ask you for your feedback because you're the ones that watch my videos. Do you think that, you know, the topics I cover are enough? You know, give me your thoughts and feedback on my channel, guys, because, you know, it's important to me that I'm able to do the things that you like, but also that I'm drawing in more people, because when I do that, the channel grows and I'm able to help more people, because my aim is to be able to run this channel, give you whatever you need on this channel, but the monetary side that I get from the channel is enough so I'm able to now work with people for free, the people that struggle financially, because that's the mission statement really for me. So at the moment I'm working with 7 clients that are having open-ended therapy with me, and they're not paying me anything because they struggle, like they have no money, and so I want to be able to reach more people, and eventually it'd be really great if I could then bring other therapists on board, that maybe if I'm earning enough that I can pay other therapists to come on board and work with people for free. So, you know, this is a big thing that I'm trying to do here, but I need your help to really push, really promote. Check your subscriptions, check your notification bell, and any advice that you can give me, I'm very, very grateful for. So yeah, so as always, thank you to you for supporting me, because without you, I would not be able to do what I'm doing. So just know that you are helping me be part of this great thing that we're doing and paying it forward. So I love you, I respect you, I appreciate you, and I will see you tonight at 7 p.m. Mwah. Thank you, Bubble family.